Hey Wildcats, your financial aid offer outlines what you can expect to receive in financial aid for the academic year. In this video, we'll cover how to read your financial aid offer, explain the difference between gift aid and self-help aid, show how your estimated net cost is calculated, and discuss what options may be available to help cover your college costs. Let's go through this example together so you'll feel more prepared to navigate your offer. To build your financial aid offer, we use what we know or assume about your plans for the academic year. In this example, we know that Wilma Wildcat is an Arizona resident undergraduate student who's planning to live on campus in a dorm. She'll be attending classes on the main campus and will enroll at least 12 units, otherwise known as a full-time student status. Based on this information, we pulled in her estimated cost of attendance, or COA. The COA is built based on an estimated expenses and is based on a typical student experience. Your costs may look different, but your COA also helps us determine what you are eligible for in financial aid. While most of the expenses listed here are projections, note that the base tuition and fees are actually expenses set each year by the Arizona Board of Regents. All other categories are based on typical expenditures for an average student and determine what you may spend on things like housing, food, insurance, travel, and everyday miscellaneous expenses, like doing all that laundry. Keep in mind that these are just estimates and your costs may look different. After the cost of attendance, Wilma's aid offer shows what is referred to as gift aid, free money that does not need to be repaid and is typically based on financial need. This includes any grants and/or scholarships. Remember, not all students will receive gift aid, so you may not see this section listed on your aid offer. You'll notice that each type of aid listed on Wilma's offer is divided in half to show both the fall and spring semester amounts. Wilma will receive $4,000 for her Wildcat Excellence Scholarship in the fall and then another $4,000 in the spring semester. In addition to the Wildcat Excellence Scholarship, Wilma has also been offered the Federal Pell Grant and the Arizona Promise Grant. Eligibility for these grants is based on financial need, as determined by the information on their FAFSA. Just like the Wildcat Excellence Scholarship, these grants will also be split evenly between the fall and spring semesters. The next few sections are super important. If you were offered any gift aid, you will see the total of your gift aid here. Then you will see your estimated net costs. Your estimated net costs are calculated by subtracting all offered gift aid from the estimated cost of attendance that we mentioned earlier. Your estimated net costs are your remaining expenses after your gift aid has been applied. Most Wildcats use a variety of sources to cover the remaining net costs, including options like student loans, a parent loan, personal savings, federal work-study income, or even other scholarship funds. For more financial aid options to cover the net costs, let's review the Options to Pay Net Cost section. This section outlines what types of self-help aid Wilma was offered. Self-help aid is financial aid that will either need to be repaid or earned through an on-campus employment. Wilma's been offered two different types of student loans and federal work-study. Just like the gift aid section, her self-help aid is also divided in half to cover both the fall and spring semesters. The last section of Wilma's aid offer outlines the remaining costs after student self-help aid. Based on this financial aid offer, Wilma will still have costs that need to be covered even after all of her gift aid and self-help aid has been applied. Wilma's aid offer includes the Parent Fed Plus loan. This loan, available to parents of students who filed a FAFSA, can be used to help cover remaining educational expenses. Unlike student loans, the Parent Plus loan requires additional application where the borrower needs to pass a credit check. Your offer may look different. For example, if you are a graduate student, this is where you might see a Graduate Student Plus loan. A key thing to understand about the self-help aid you've been offered is that you are not required to accept these options. This aid offer simply shows what your options are, but you get to decide if you'd like to accept a student loan or look for a federal work-study job. In this example, the offered gift aid, self-help aid, and Parent Plus loan were enough to cover the entire estimated cost of attendance. It will be up to Wilma to decide whether or not she will accept all or part of her self-help aid to cover the net costs. Last but not least, your financial aid offer includes additional links and helpful videos to direct you to your next steps as a student and help you learn more about the different types of financial aid you've been offered. Throughout your whole offer, you'll see interactive info buttons, Hover over each one to learn details about the aid you've been offered. Whether you need help finding additional funding, understanding your aid, or are searching for more information about scholarships, we can help. There are multiple ways to get in touch with us. Find your preferred method on financialaid.arizona.edu/contact.